Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. It takes talent to make money with social media. It takes talent to make money with social media. I'm going to tell you what, because with everything going on now, people, they looking into some way to make money. They always looking into it. There's always going to be something. It's always going to be something. There's some like trends I could call out now, but I don't feel like any arguments in the description box. In the comments, right? But if we're going to talk about social media, making money in the digital economy and all of that, here's one thing. It takes talent. See, I'm going to tell you what, on one hand, it's good. On one hand, being able to have a money-making YouTube channel, having the ability to do so, or getting some type of sponsorships on IG, or and you have plenty of stuff that is that you can actually do. There's actually more stuff than people realize, right? And with different types of social media, okay, you can get followers, sponsors, all types of stuff. And there's been some people who've made some money. Let's be clear on it. There's been some people who've made some serious money. And like I said, the beauty of it is anybody could become a part of it. All you need is a device. It don't even have to be a good device. It can be just as long as it can connect to Wi-Fi somewhere, or for the few people who still have hard cable wires. Hey, if that works for you, hey, that's cool. Yeah, you can get all of that stuff. Hey, more power to you. Here's the issue though. It takes talent. Yes, it's a big, it's a big market. No problems to entry. But when you have so many people, like millions of people, the only people who are going to make money with it, they got to have talent. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to get this page and everything, or I'm going to start this YouTube channel and do these videos. I'll use YouTube because you got millions of people who got YouTube channels. You got millions of YouTube channels, but you only have a small percentage of people who actually make any, I would say money, period, even if it's a few dollars, but enough money to actually live on where you don't have to work for anybody. And the number of making millions, that's minuscule, right? Very minuscule. But to make it, I say, let's just hold it to like a living wage or something. Oh, you got to have talent. You can't just go in there and talk about whatever. You can't do it. You can talk about, because let's be real. You might have 1 million people talking about a particular subject, but only 100 of them making money. What does 100 have that, of 1 million and so don't? They have talent. It's very top heavy. It's very top heavy. You got to be able to, you got to have several things. You got to have a level of charisma. The level of charisma, because anybody can talk, but are you talking in a way that people actually want to listen to? You have to have a certain knowledge. You have to have knowledge of what you're talking about. You can't just go and talk about whatever. You have to be clear and concise. You got to be a little entertaining. I use myself for an example. If you see some of my earliest videos, it was pretty much straightforward, just talking pretty businesslike. But, when I started jazzing it up a little and throwing some colorful words in and having some little jokes, doing some little things, all of a sudden it exploded. Because it was interesting. And that's something for public speaking anyway, not even dealing with this, but a money-making public speaker got to be interesting. They have to be. Now, another thing with social media, more than anything, you got to have a certain image. You got to have a certain image. Very, 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 very few people make money, and they just having some avatar up. Now, there's some, let's be clear. And they might make a penny here and there, but if you look at the people who's successful, let's use YouTube for an example. They always show themselves. The majority. Like I said, there are some exceptions. And there's exceptions for anything, but you can increase your chances when they know what you look like. because they can connect to you, which means you got to have a certain image. You have to dress a certain way and everything, you know? And then, you know, and all of that is part of talent. All of that is a part of talent, how you're interacting with people. All of that is talent. And that's the thing. Now, yes, you can make a lot of money, but see, one of the things too, when they talk about anything in making money, and really anything, you still gotta have talent. You can make a lot of money as an attorney. You gotta be a talented attorney. You can make a lot of money as a doctor. You gotta be a very good doctor, you know? But especially when you're talking about social media, oh shoot, you know, it's social. It's under your control because you got so much. And you gotta have talent to stand out. Because, like I said, there's no barriers or any agreements to keep somebody else from saying what you're saying, other than, you know, they can't say it word for word, but you know they can put their own spin on it. But you gotta have that talent to stand out, and that's the thing. Now, this ain't trying to discourage anybody. Let's be clear. This is to say, okay, if you're going to jump into this, you got to have something. You got to have something. You got to have a certain look. You got to be able to explain something. And if you got something unique, like say you have a social media, like YouTube channels, and you teaching something that's unique. Okay, yeah, that's still part of talent, and you're good at it. Like you might have a cooking channel or something, and you're really good at making some stuff. People will like testify to it. Okay, boom. But you still got to have talent. You got to draw attention. And like I said, it's how you speak, the visual image, which you talk about, and basically you can't put them to sleep. I mean, it's so much. And I would say if you feel like you have that talent, that charisma, that look into social media and just understand. And, you know, one more thing as far as the talent piece. You got to make sure to keep them interested. If you're going to really make any money, you might be a few years. So you got to be consistent, too. That's really a talent, too. You got to be able to, like, stick in there and have a lot of patience. You get a lot. But the talent thing, that's the key. That's the key. So I want y'all to really think about that if you're interested in social media and that, and to, like, actually make money. So anyway, that's all I have for now. Let's go make that money.